the SCG. We've got the Swans kicking to the left, StKIlda to the right. Both sides going for their third successive win. Pekin got a touch, but that was all. So too did McAdam. Cracker picks it up, sends StKIlda down towards the half-forward line. Taken out of it was Morris. Henwood uses brute strength, almost held onto it a fraction too long, but there'll be a free kick to go the way of the Sydney Swans, and it will be taken by Henwood.
Tim Pekin has the job tagging Greg Williams.
Henwood's kick is long. Muller got up high and recovered well. The big man does well. Gets the hand pass away to Ralph Smith. Kicks up towards the half-forward line. A chance for Morris. He's been in very good form across half-forward for the Saints. Russell Morris, long up towards Lockett. Oh, there was plenty of pushing and shoving. Lockett's going to get the first free kick of the day for the Saints.
I wonder whether they can become a little bit Lockett conscious, Bernie.
Well, I'd be looking for him too, I think, playing in that StKIlda side, Robbo. I don't think you can look for him too much.
No, I mean the Swans defenders in that situation certainly. There, obviously the interference came from, well, a player that was perhaps just a little overzealous with his attempts to negate the big champion full forward.
Well, there's no doubt they're going to be conscious of Tony Lockett, and Henwood with the big task, playing at full-back.
35 metres out. Slight angle. Lockett's first kick at goal for the day, and the goal umpire does not move. Goal number 553. And the Saints off to a good start.
Oh, what a player, Sandy. Tony Lockett. He's kicked 22 goals in the first two matches of the season. Ideal conditions here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and Tony Lockett in superb form at the moment. He will take a lot of stopping today.
Well, let's hope the umpires are not influenced too much by a lot of media over full forwards and whether they're protected. The ball in the centre, and a free kick has been picked out of it. It's going to StKIlda to be taken by Muller, and Ian Muller is a real credit to himself getting into this StKIlda side. There's a push in the back against Stuart Lowe, and a free kick will go to the Swans to be taken by Neil Cordy. I just wondered whether they had enough height in their defence, the Swans. They've got Cordy on Lowe, Henwood on Lockett, and at centre-half back, Morris's opponent, haven't quite picked that up, might be Dennis Carroll actually. Here's Morris, going for goal. Morris's kick, and it hits the behind post on the full, so a free kick will be taken in that back pocket by Henwood, and he looks pretty keen, Wayne Henwood, to do well in his big assignment this afternoon, minding Tony Lockett. The kick out towards half-back. Attempted punch away by Ralph Smith. The ball goes to the wing, and the mark is taken there by McKenzie. McKenzie just behind the wing, kicks it towards half-forward. Marking contest, punched away by Grant. Ball comes back towards centre-half forward, trying to crash his way through was Vidovic. Here's an opportunity for Stevie Wright. He's usually creative with the football. A kick across his body, and chipping in to take a good mark in the back pocket for StKIlda is Nathan Burke. He kicks straight across the goal. This could come unstuck. A good gather here by Thripp. He's going to get caught. He gets the hand pass away. They're 2-on-1. Underneath it there was Doolan. Chipping in now is McAdam. McAdam shrugs the tackle and gets the kick away. It's a good one. Daniels, it's a little too high for him. Coming in is Lowe. He's well tackled. Taken off the football. Now Doolan. Handballs to a standing Paul Kelly. He in turn goes to Thripp. Here's an opportunity now. Bays, he'll get the distance and he'll get the accuracy.
Great play by Mitchell.
Yes, tremendous play by Sydney to retrieve the situation there, but StKIlda really messed that up. Nathan Burke kicking across goal from the defence, had three StKIlda players and missed a lot of them. And then McAdam, who was tidying up, also had a chance to spot a player, and he missed with the foot pass as well. And it's made StKIlda pay dearly for the mistakes.
Good opening to this game here at the SCG. 1 goal apiece. Williams tried to get it out of the centre, but it's taken by Morris. Hurriedly onto the boot. Down towards the right half-forward flank. Ian Roberts couldn't control it cleanly. Has plenty of support. It's Thripp from centre wing, sending Sydney inside 50 once again, but a good defensive mark taken by Grant. He's got Burke out wide. Finds that player. Well, he goes on with it straight away once again. Pekin is clean bowled. but he recovers to give it to his skipper, who floats it up over the centre, and the mark is taken by Leza Vidovic. Vidovic putting St Kilda now in towards half forward, low, with strength, leaning on the pack, and those telescopic arms go out.
I think that's the only problem for the Swans, the height that St Kilda have got on their forward line.
Well, he fancies himself from here. He's going to be kicking from just on 50, and he goes short. Dean Rice sneaking down into the pocket.
Well, good thinking there by big Stewie Lowe. He may have struggled to make the distance from about 50 metres. Dean Rice has been very busy over the last couple of weeks.
Kicking from 40 metres, 45-degree angle. This for the Saints' second. Slews off the side of the boot and is out of bounds on the full. So no addition to the score. Bernard Toohey to bring it back into play. Goes to half-back. Winmar the fly, but he went too early. And in doing so, infringed. But what a fly.
So the kick to be taken back there by Doolan, and rugged, straight at the football type is Ben Doolan. The kick by Higgins up towards half forward, punched away by Grant. Bays, boundary line a little too close there. Mark Bays, who kicked a magnificent goal for the Swans, and their bench players, Lawson and Dale Lewis. 1 goal apiece. Halfway through, about a third of the way through. Williams handball attempted. That's his first real clean possession, and in the finish it was smothered. So Pekin so far doing pretty well. Concentration is going to be a big facet of his game. Tim Pekin, just to make sure he's running alongside Greg Williams all day. McKenzie up over the top, can't get the tap down. Frankie Coughlin, McAdam, Pekin. Gives the hand pass away to Coughlin. He's going to get run down, but he gets his kick away. Ball in towards the forward pocket area. Roberts. The tackler is Lockett. Roberts takes it over. Boundary throw in the right forward pocket now for St Kilda, about 40 metres around from their goal. And Kitchke on the bench there for St Kilda.
Here's the throw in, done by Lowe. Down to Cracker, across to McAdam. Pulls it round his body, floating it high. Lockett at the back. Suckers off the ground and puts through his second. Two goals to Tony Lockett, 2 goals to St Kilda, and they lead by 1 straight kick.
Yes, the player doing well at the moment, Sandy, is Tim Pekin, as Robbo mentioned. He's really kept Greg Williams out of the action at the moment, and also Greg Williams will have to be very aware of his defence, the defensive side of his game, because Tim Pekin will be able to cut them to pieces if he doesn't man him up carefully.
A goal the difference here at the SCG. Lockett has booted 2 for St Kilda. Mark Bays 1 for Sydney. No one able to get it out of the centre. Harvey picks it up. Eventually the kick does come out, and the mark is taken by McKenzie. Just forward of centre. Sending Sydney into attack. Kappa. Good spoil by Frawley, goes over the back. He may be content to rush it through. It hits the post. Trying frantically to sock it off the ground was Jason Love, but 1 behind, the first of the day.
There's Jason Love in the picture. He's been kicking some goals for the Swans over the last 2 or 3 weeks as well. The kick in by Frawley goes to half back on that outer side. Gathered nicely by Coughlin, and he gets past Higgins. The kick is a little ordinary though. Dennis Carroll taps it on. Opportunity now for the Swans. The kick by Williams up towards full forward. Good punch by Frawley. Back out towards half back. Harvey. Short kick. Nearly a mark there to Vidovic. Now Swans up towards centre half forward. Williams just scouting the back of the pack. Mitchell. Cummings, the St Kilda player. The handball goes back to Carroll. He kicks it nicely towards full forward, but look, 1 on 2. And the one for the Swans was too short, Jason Love. And the big strong arms of Danny Frawley marks the football right on the edge of the square.
A strong mark that, Robbo, because he was going back with the flight of the ball, backing back into the pack. Well done.
Kick comes out towards the half-back area. and his opponent, his immediate opponent, Warwick Kappa, takes the mark. Oh, what a good mark taken by Rice. Jumping a little early and hovering over Dennis Carroll, and Dean Rice puts St Kilda wide. Good pass. Ralph Smith unselfishly hand passes to Harvey. Harvey could get run down. Bays was the chaser. The kick towards full forward. Punched away. The Swans now on the ground level. The pressure's right on. Here's a chance for Neil Cordy. Over 200 games of experience there. The kick at centre wing. Dennis Carroll. Hand pass wide. McKenzie. Kick it quickly. He does. Just gets it away. But it's too short, and Burke takes the football. Winmar is brilliantly dispossessed by Murphy. What a player, David Murphy. The kick into the forward pocket. And it's about to love a good one, running with the flight of the ball, eventually judging it nicely. And he's raked it in only about 25 metres out, but a very, very difficult angle. He runs around, that man on the mark. He kicks, and kicks nothing. Cummings marks on the goal line. It's a point, is it?
Yeah,
well, there you go. I was getting a bit excited there. Steve Cummings, well done. Just not quite there. Only centimetres in it.
And only 4 points in this game at the moment, as Grant takes the mark in the back pocket. Kicks up towards the wing, low the target at the back. Got a hand to it, but that was all. Does have plenty of support. Muller takes it, goes towards half forward, or Cracker's sandwich between three players. Fisted down, beautiful tackle on Thripp. And the umpire decides that he will have it. Darren Goldspink and Brian Sheehan, the men in charge of today's match. Just in St Kilda's attacking zone, down the throat of Carroll, who kicks it high, back towards the centre. McKenzie and Muller. Neither take it cleanly. Or Winmar threads his way delightfully through the pack. Gives it to Cracker, who puts it out in front of Lockett. Can he get there? Picks it up beautifully on the half volley. Gets the hand pass away to Daniels. His kick, however, is partly smothered. They're not out of it yet. Trying to get clear is Ben Doolan. And eventually they will get away as Carroll pumps it high up towards half forward. Love coming over the top. Couldn't take the ball cleanly. He's at the bottom. Gets a push in the back and will take a kick directly in front, 50 metres out.
It was top play, Robbo. He worked hard to get in position, put his body in front, and really deserved that free kick.
I thought dispossessing the taller player going for the mark was a good feature there too, Bernie, by Jason Love.
The goal here for Sydney to hit the front. The drop punt from 52 metres. Kappa up from the side with a mighty fly, and it's taken over for one behind. So Sydney are 1-3-9. St Kilda 2 straight goals. 13 and a half minutes remaining in this first quarter.
Danny Frawley, St Kilda fullback. Lovely long kick out to half back, punched away. And Barry Mitchell tries to tap it wide for Higgins. Higgins could have nearly given a free kick away there, but the umpire calls to the boundary umpire for a throw-in. Robert Harvey looking a little concerned. Leon Higgins jumping into his back, but play goes on. Here's Williams. Kick towards full forward. Look at this. It may even roll through. It's close. No, just misses to the right. Oh, geez, dangerous. Every time he gets near the football, you can't afford to let him get too many touches because he can get this Swans machine on a bit of a roll.
Back with the action again. McKenzie in front. Good mark. Low coming over the top, but he did it well. In towards Kappa country. This time he is outmarked by Muller. Goes wide to Burke in the back pocket. Nathan Burke towards McAdam. So a throw in. McKenzie looking for front spot once again. Gets it. Carroll tries to go out the back door, but stolen by Harvey. Another player having a good year, but that kick is not a good one. Mark taken by Tunbridge. Doolan onto Higgins. Higgins, a short little chip, finds Williams. Now what will he create here? 60 metres out. Kappa offers the lead. He elects to go short. Carroll. Not paid the mark. Harvey is going to get St Kilda out of trouble.
That was a bit rough.
Kicks wide towards the wing. Shepherding. And this time McAdam has lost it. Thripp to take it, and 50 metres. going against Gilbert McAdam. This will bring Terry Thripp down to inside 50 metres.
What's the technicality there, Bernie?
Well, I think McAdam thought that obviously the free kick was a shepherding free kick. The umpire paid the right decision because the ball wasn't within 5 metres. But McAdam may have thought that the umpire was paying a push in the back and went on with play.
Thripp from 50. Good looking drop punt just off to the left and one behind. So Sydney doing plenty of attacking but not able to convert at this stage. They move to 1-5, trailing by a point.
1-5. You wonder whether the inaccuracies are going to cost them. St Kilda now up towards half forward. The ball bouncing awkwardly. Coming out was Roberts. Rice was pretty fierce in his desires. Toohey. Now an opportunity for Higgins. The left foot kick goes close to the line and bounces just centimetres inside the playing field. So we'll have a boundary throw in. Mark Bays and Sean Ralph Smith. Ruck contest and comes down towards Jimmy Cracker. A good kick in the finish across his left shoulder, up towards half forward. McAdam under pressure and it's punched away by Terry Thripp. And I admire Terry Thripp's play in the defence for the Sydney Swans.
Very tough for those players at that end of the ground to mark above their heads because they're all looking into the sun. So Tony Lockett will have strife marking at that end also.
Neil Cordy, Robert Harvey, now Jimmy Cracker. Advantage is paid. Up towards the forward pocket. Punched away, comes back towards Lowe. Lowe's shot is reasonable, but look at this big man up here. A man mountain is Tony Lockett. And I'm sure he said some kind words, and I say that with tongue-in-cheek, to his opponent Wayne Hedwood.
But I say this man would have some trouble looking into the sun and taking marks. Not a worry there to Tony Lockett. Positioned himself very well and, he's put him on a bit of an angle here, hasn't he?
In front of goals, hasn't he?
Well, there shouldn't be any problem anyway.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes, but Lockett going for his third, no mistake. St Kilda are 3 goals and Tony Lockett has kicked the lot.
Yeah, well, what a player. They really need to cut off the supply down to that end of the ground to stop Tony Lockett because I don't think there's a fullback in the competition who is capable of going with him. Big StKIlda did well to pick that up, roving it off the pack, and an excellent long kick in the goal. Henwood gave him a bit of treatment there, but Lockett had the last laugh. Had a few words to say to Henwood as well.
St Kilda leads by 7 points. 3 straight goals to Tony Lockett. 1-5 to Sydney. Out of the middle. No one able to get clear. Carroll working hard for Sydney. Eventually picked up by Burke with a high kick up towards the half-forward line. Fisted away from Rice. A chance for Higgins if he can pick the ball up. Well, he can, but Winmar is very persistent. So too is Higgins. He's still going. Eventually gets it away to Barry Mitchell. Mitchell floats it up towards full forward. Kappa waits at the back. No mark taken. And it's Frawley who spins away, putting it out wide in front of McAdam. He may get there in time. He does, to keep it in play. And a little chip to Winmar on centre wing. Well, with Winmar firing, Lockett firing and Lowe firing, what a explosive forward line they can create.
I'm just going to say, when we were watching the reserves, the players fell for the trick of kicking it into the pockets, and I hope St Kilda don't fall for that. They must get it into that centre corridor.
Lowe gets it to Pekin. McAdam attempting to tap on. Loses it to Thripp. Murphy almost threw it away to Mitchell, who spins out of one tackle and gets it across to Leon Higgins. Higgins goes over the top. Now a chance for Paul Kelly. Deep in towards half forward he goes, and the one-hander not held and pushed over the line by Grant for another throw-in. Love asking the question. I was using one hand because the other one was being held to the umpire, but he's ignored.
So the accuracy of St Kilda, in particular Tony Lockett, 3 goals straight to 1-5. Ruck contest. Vidovic, now a chance for Harvey. Kicks it quickly. Very close to the line again, and it is over for a boundary throw-in.
Just wondering, Robbo, when Lockett was injured, no doubt the odds for him of kicking a ton would have drifted somewhat considerably. I wonder what they are now.
I would say that the bookmakers have run for cover, Sandy, because it's an ominous sign, isn't it? Here's David Murphy for the Swans, kicking it up towards full forward. Kappa flies too early. Frawley, he won't get knocked out of position. The ball at half forward. Kappa's a chance now. No, he's dispossessed. Still, it's in a winnable position. Now the Saints get clear, and on the end of a chain of hand passes, Coughlin goes to Harvey. Harvey, now at centre half forward, kicks it to Lockett. Lockett marks. There's a tangle up there between he and Russell Morris.
He wasn't. Morris a bit fortunate there because Tony Lockett coming out like a locomotive. He would have cleaned Russell Morris up. No worries about that. We've got the locomotive at full forward and the diesel in the centre. There's a few trains running around here today, Sandy.
Very good, Bernie. From about 20 metres out, Lockett's got a chance to kick his 4th goal. The supply we spoke about earlier, gee, it's going to come down a fair bit with players like Harvey and Winmar McAdam. The defence working pretty well so far. Here's Lockett. Lovely kick by Tony Lockett. 4 goals. And gee whiz, the signs are there. Saints 24 lead the Swans 11.
Let's hope no one goes off the rails, Bernie.
He was like a train off the rails there, Tony Lockett. If he had hit Russell Morris, he would have known about it. I don't think he would have had much more influence on the game, but nearly a tangle up. But a good mark, Tony Lockett on the lead. And Henwood really, he's probably the man for the job, but gee, it's a tough task.
Back in the centre, and if Lockett maintains this consistency, he'll finish the day with 16. Let's see what happens. Harvey got a touch, but that was all. Cracker does well, gives it away to Ralph Smith. The Saints go down towards half forward again through Frankie Coughlin. Morris, but coming over the top with an effective spoil was Roberts. Tried to get it back to him. Stolen by Harvey. Harvey heads towards Lockett and Henwood again. Lockett in front, recovers, spins round, snaps a goal and has kicked another one, I think. What a goal! And what an exhibition we're seeing here at the SCG.
Now, is he going to kick 16 or is he going to kick 20?
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? Tony Lockett, 5 goals straight. Molly Meldrum, the StKIlda supporter there, really appreciating Tony Lockett's work. And it's amazing, he's kicked 27 goals in 3 matches. Well, 2 matches so far, and only early in this first quarter. And he's an amazing player, Tony Lockett.
Well, another 6 minutes to go, Bernie. Could finish the quarter with 7 goals.
Quite easily.
So back in the centre, Vidovic, punched away by Thrip, gathered there by Burke for StKIlda, kicks it directly towards centre half forward. Too big, too strong, Stuart Lowe. Plays on quickly, player on his own at half forward was McAdam, good punch by Thrip. Out comes Henwood, his confidence must be at an all-time low. The kick back towards centre wing, gathered by Stevie Wright. Hand pass with the left hand was a little ordinary. Williams goes in over the top of Cummings, and the umpire will call for a bounce.
He held on to it too long, didn't he, Stevie Wright? The first option was the one to give it out to, and he didn't give it out and then tried when it was too late.
Boundary throw in between wing and centre half forward, favouring the Saints. Chance there for Cracker. He couldn't quite gather the awkward ball, and the umpire will call for another bounce.
And Robbo, for those people in Melbourne wondering about the reserves, Sydney 15-13 were beaten by StKIlda 21-21.
Up over the top, Tunbridge, but standing his ground was Low. Ball comes to Kelly. Kelly's kick gathers about 35 metres up towards the Swans' goal. Right under pressure, gets his kick away. Williams, brilliant. Doolan, long kick by Doolan is a little awkward one, but getting back there to take a good mark is Vidovic. And he's doing pretty well, Lazar Vidovic for StKIlda. The pass into the back pocket finds Winmar. Winmar's kick is all right, and a good mark taken by Grant, who I consider to be a very, very good defender.
Oh, what's he taking him back there for? I can't work that out, Robbo.
Little technical?
Oh, too technical.
Danny Frawley has run a long way down from full back, kicks it in towards centre half forward. No mark to McAdam, ball at the back. Kelly hand pass over the top, Thrip. Thrip, casual as you like, through the centre. A poor kick in the finish. Mitchell's under pressure. Still under pressure, worried out of it by Daniels. In goes Stevie Wright. Daniels is still there. He can't feed it out efficiently enough. McKenzie goes to Kappa. Kappa to Dennis Carroll. This man will do something with the football, and he'll shove it straight down that guy's throat. No, he dropped it. Williams wouldn't believe it. The ball handling specialist. He goes after it again. Can't quite make up for it now. and eventually he's going to get a free kick.
Stevie Wright to take the free
Stevie
kick.
Wright, is it?
But Greg Williams, gee, that was, well, he probably had it spent before he received it there. It was probably too easy, something you would never drop. 100 more times if he went for that, he wouldn't drop it.
Well, I was surprised when I saw the man who, you have a second look and check to see if it is him. But, well, there you go. I suppose you can make a mistake. Stevie Wright's kick from 45 metres right up to the goal line. So Swans mark. No, it's not. Umpire's calling play on. Swans supporters will scream here.
Kappa
had the football. Umpire Brian Sheehan. Sorry, Warwick, I'm going to ball it up.
Yeah, the umpire saying it was touched first. Let's have a look at it again. Maybe his teammate Mark Bays had first grab at that one.
right in the square. An attempted soccer off the ground is not effective. And that's one way I suppose he's clearing it out.
Oh, Sandy, how can you give a free kick there? He's doing all the hard work there, Mitchell, and
lost it.
No chance whatsoever.
Winmar, a little too quick for Muller. Murphy gets it away. Williams, a penetrating hand pass down towards the 50-metre line, and Carroll, he's got to give a little ground. Back to Williams again. They're finding it tough. Love, another one. Back to Love from Mitchell. He might get there eventually. Now he gives it back to Carroll. A left foot kick by Carroll goes right across the face of goal and is out of bounds on the full after hitting the behind post. So Sydney are 1-5. StKIlda are 5 straight. And if you've just joined us, those 5 goals have all been kicked by Tony Lockett. Ian Muller on the outer side of the ground. Crowd building up here at the SCG towards centre wing. Tui couldn't take it cleanly. Higgins in there. Tui was held.
Yeah, it was against Russell Morris. Bernard Tui picking up Russell Morris, and Morris had Tui by the arm.
So Tui's kick up towards the half-forward flank and hammered over the line. Mark Bays was his target. Just on 2 minutes remaining. As I said, this crowd building up. And who knows, they could see the record books rewritten here this afternoon. Time will tell. Williams, the master once again. The long kick. It's a pretty good looking kick up towards full forward by Paul Kelly, and he's put through a much needed goal.
Well, Sydney, they badly needed that one too, Sandy, because they're just falling behind. Had a couple of chances early. They've kicked 2-5 there, and inaccuracy has been costly. As we watch this in replay, Tony Lockett has kicked 5 goals straight up the other end of the ground. Fed out to Kelly, a good hand pass by Greg Williams, and Kelly an excellent shot for goal.
Well, they've had a fair use of the football, the Swans, just a little inaccurate, but down the other end, the man that they've got to stop is Tony Lockett, as Pekin kicks them back towards half forward. Here's McAdam into an open goal from 30 metres out, no pressure, he makes no mistake, a goal to StKIlda. Gilbert McAdam gets his first, and the Saints get their 6th. They lead by 19 points.
Well, he's the first player other than Tony Lockett, first StKIlda player to put a score on the board. So Tony Lockett almost kicking the entire first quarter score for StKIlda, but brilliant roving there by McAdam, a very exciting player.
Back in the centre, Bernie, isn't it so critical that you either have to negate or get it out of the centre yourself. I mean, if the opposition get it out, you're just about history. Vidovic tries to tap it down towards Cracker. Opportunity for Williams. He goes back towards Tui. Tui's kick wide to the wing, a little too high there for Bays, but Bays goes after it. Ralph Smith is his opponent, and he shrugs 2 tackles, or runs around his opponents, is a better way of putting that. Kick towards full forward, punched away by Frawley again. Swans' little fellas have got to get there because the ball's going to come to the ground a fair bit. A kick out wide. Winmar tries to tap it over the top. Williams gives it to Peake, his opponent. He in turn goes to Coughlin. Coughlin within 1 kick will be within scoring distance. Look at this. Lockett's got it again. Well, you're going to hear a bit of that, I think, for the rest of the day, aren't we?
Yeah, there's no doubt StKIlda will be looking for Tony Lockett, and why wouldn't you when the player's in such form as Tony Lockett? The man Mountain playing at full forward. Good use of the ball by Tim Pekin, and he is also a very good exponent of the handball, as is his opponent Greg Williams.
What are 4 sixes?
24.
So we say now he's going to kick 24 goals for the game.
Well, this will be the last kick of the quarter. So let's see what he can do. This for number 6 for the quarter. missed. 5-1 for Tony Lockett, and he's disappointed. Quarter time, and St Kilda in a strong position. 6-1, 37, 20-point leaders over Sydney, 2-5-17. Then in the second quarter here at the SCG, umpire Brian Sheehan to get the ball in motion. St Kilda with a 20-point lead. Tunbridge wins it, and the whistle has sounded very quickly. It's going to be a free kick to the Sydney big man. Up to half forward. They want the first couple. Love can't take it. It's socket off the ground. Dennis Carroll controls it well, then goes with a sweeping hand pass up towards Love again. He's under pressure. McKenzie throws it out the back door. Here's a chance for Bayes. With him is Winmar. Mark Bayes soccering towards the boundary line. Winmar overtakes him, but Bayes finishes up with the football. Centre and kick. A high kick. Kappa in front. Couldn't take the mark. Love pulls one round his body and kicks a beauty. Well, that's the start they wanted. 3-5 plays 6-1.
Tremendous goal there by Jason Love. A player with heaps of ability, there's no doubt about that. And kicked 5 goals last week in the Swans' victory over Fitzroy, and very clever around goals. Swung that back across his body, roved off the pack. Kappa not able to take the mark there, and threw his arms up expecting a free kick.
Well, that's where they've got to be, down in front of those packs, because they're going to be punching the ball away. Muller, kick towards full forward, awkward bounce, still very awkward, goes close to the St Kilda goal line. Toohey gets in there, and he's pretty strong, tough, but he can't do much with the hand pass because the tackle was effective in the finish there by Stuart Lowe, and the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. They're about 40 metres, 35 metres around from the St Kilda goal. So well within scoring distance. The Saints 6-1, Swans are 3-5. Kick goes back towards half-back, nearly collected by Williams. It's close to the boundary line, now it's gone over. And Greg Williams probably wouldn't be really satisfied with his first quarter. Tim Pekin running very, very closely with him at the moment. Low, Tunbridge. And no one can do much with that football. So we'll have another bounce. It's about 60 metres out now from the St Kilda goal. Tunbridge, who did an excellent job, I thought, against Damien Burke a couple of weeks ago here, and was one of the reasons why the Swans played so well that day. Here's Jimmy Cracker trying to get the hand pass to McAdam, but it's forced over for a boundary throw-in again.
And Kappa being taken from the ground. Well, that's interesting. He's played behind Danny Frawley all day, which is not the go. He's waiting to take the big mark without leading to get away from Danny Frawley. And Cole Kadir obviously not very happy with Kappa's performance up to date.
Henwood in front of Lockett. Attempted kick there by Jimmy Cracker, smothered off the boot. So we'll have the fourth boundary throw in within about 35 metres in the last 2 or 3 minutes. There's Kappa and Stevie Wright. Plenty of experience there on the Swans bench.
Dale Lewis has gone down to full forward with Danny Frawley. Toohey asked the question, and the umpire answers in the affirmative. So he'll clear from the back pocket. Reminder, of course, following this game across to Subiaco, the clash between the Eagles looking to maintain their unbeaten run, and Fitzroy hoping to open their account for the season. Cordy from half-back swings it over the centre. No one able to take it. That sun could be a problem. Hurried kick by Muller goes towards Rice. He wants someone going past fast. Doolan shrugs a couple of tackles, gets it across to Kelly. And now here's a chance for Sydney. Down in front of Williams it goes. He loses it, however. Pushed wide to Jason Love. Oh, look at this football. Brilliant. Love has kicked his second, and Sydney fight back 4-5 to 6-1.
I think, Sandy, when you talk about goal sense, well, we really saw it then from Jason Love. You see the kick into the forward line. Timmy Pekin doing a good job on Greg Williams, going everywhere with him. He just gets his boot to that ball, but only as far as Jason Love. You could see the way he kicked that ball. He went for the banana kick off the outside of the boot and put it right through the middle.
So 2 quick goals to Jason Love, and all of a sudden there's only 8 points in it. And Tunbridge in the ruck, trying to get that ball out for the Swans, but Coughlin does it for St Kilda. Wide to Winmar. Winmar running, kicks it directly towards goal. And coming out strongly is Henwood. Handballs it further afield. Morris has nearly got hold of it. Lawson there. Batui. The bounce is a little awkward. Lawson, one of the smallest fellas in league football, gives it to captain Dennis Carroll. Up towards the centre wing position. Ralph Smith dispossessed by Bays. Here's a chance for the Swans now. Mitchell, he's going to get run down. Now he gets his left foot to the ball. Goes to centre half forward where Kelly collects it. Kicks it wide. No one home here. Pekin gets back pretty quickly. He's well tackled in the finish by Ben Doolan. And the ball is forced over. Getting back to Capper, I think, Bernie, you having played a hell of a lot of games up at full forward, surely the efforts of the players up the field have to be rewarded, and when it keeps getting pumped back, you have to do something about it, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's right, Robbo, and he's always got the tendency to want to take the big grab from behind, and you could see that today, and the ball wasn't coming down quickly enough to enable him to get back and have that big fly, but Danny Frawley, not an easy player to play on, one of the toughest fullbacks playing the game.
The Saints by 8 points at the moment. Vidovic tries to pluck it out of there in opposition to McKenzie. Coughlin can't get a clean hand pass away. Doolan at the bottom of the pack. Comes wide to Kelly. Paul Kelly. No messenger required there as he kicks it up in towards the pocket. Muller gets a hand to it and it goes over the line.
Paul Kelly and the Messengers.
Correct.
That's not bad for me. I don't think he's my vintage, but...
There's the throw in. Vidovic from behind. Rice waiting down in front for the ball to come to him, but it didn't. McKenzie gets it away. The hurried high kick is by Jamie Lawson, the youngster, but he's off target and one behind.
So all the scoring being done by Sydney in this quarter. St Kilda yet to register a score for the quarter.
Frawley straight down the middle. Lovely kick. Bit of pushing was there. The umpire said no. Lowe takes it. Gives it across to Rice from a standing start. He pumps it up towards Tui and Morris. And it has gone against Russell Morris. Bernard Tui to take it at half back. Short into the centre. Tunbridge takes them.
He's a hard nut, that Bernard Tui, isn't he? Like in every contest he makes it very, very difficult. That hand pass was a little, well, what would you call it?
Ambitious.
Yes, a good word. Frawley breaks it down at half back for St Kilda and kicks it back in towards the centre. Neil Court is in great position. Should have taken that. Gets the hand pass away. Chance now for Dennis Carroll. A lovely long kick by that player towards half forward. Nearly the mark to Bays. He gathers it. Shrugs the tackle. Left foot kick. What bounce will this do? Over the top. Love, can he get back there? He can. He holds it in play. Kicks it over his shoulder. And what's he done? Kicked it behind.
Vidovic appears to be in serious trouble behind play.
Well, he had a knee reconstruction, but I don't think it's a knee this time. Looks like it's a ribs or somewhere around that area. Yeah, checking the ribs out.
St Kilda will get clear now. Daniels leaves it for Pekin. Kick towards the half forward area. Tui, one-on-one. He falls over, but he's going to get a free kick. And Russell, I'm a little bit with you. I think that was a little ticky Touchwood free kick, but still Bernard Tui has it at half back. There's Lazar Vidovic.
He didn't even know he had a free kick there, Tui. He thought it had gone out of bounds. They were going to throw it in.
Well, there justice prevails because the kick falls into the arms of Jason Daniels. Daniels runs and then kicks towards half forward. A poor kick in the finish. Roberts marks for the Swans. He should transfer play to this centre wing area. Tunbridge is in good position. Punched away there by Ralph Smith. Doolan, good hand pass. Williams, look what this will do. McKenzie, handball over the top. Bays, he's got to get onto the left foot. The hand pass a little smothered. Mitchell into an open goal. Won't miss this. Barry Mitchell. He ran all the way and eventually got his first goal and scores a level at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Well, it's all one-way traffic at the moment. They're doing it easy at the moment, Sydney in this third term. The running players getting on top. Excellent handball there from Greg Williams, who sets up so many attacking moves for the Sydney Swans. Mitchell gets the ball and runs about 15 metres before he kicked the goal, but Sydney doing everything right.
The Sydney chant has gone up here at the SCG. Scores level and a very good fight back by the home side. Can they win it out of the centre this time? Williams, as usual, at the bottom. And he's the one who gets it out. Oh, Kelly copped a couple high, but he goes on with it. Back to Williams again. Centering hand pass. Take your pick. Carroll or Kelly. Carroll takes it, and he misses. Well, he's set a great start to this game. 12 possessions to Carroll.
Playing on Harvey too. Harvey was named in the centre, but playing as a ruck rover on Dennis Carroll.
So Sydney hit the front. Cordy over the top, straight down the throat of Williams. Oh, the combination again. What will he do this time? Long kick by Carroll. No mistaking this time. The skipper kicks his first, and Sydney kick clear. Those trains you were talking of StKIlda, Bertie, have stopped.
Yes, they're off the rails at the moment, Sandy, aren't they? Well, the ball's not getting down to Tony Lockett. And Dennis Carroll, 13 possessions so far. Doing nicely on the ball. And Greg Williams coming into the play with a couple of excellent hand passes. Tony Lockett just about cold down at the other end of the ground at the moment.
They must get the ball out of the centre, StKIlda, and this is where they're failing. Tunbridge doing a reasonable job in the ruck contests. And of course Greg Williams starting to get his hands on the football. Swans getting it into their forward line very, very quickly. Now a chance for Kitchke. He gets the hand pass to Pekin. Pekin's kick towards half forward. No mark taken. All Craven. Roberts was fierce at the football. Taps behind. Brilliant. Carroll. Oh, this is magical stuff by the Swans. Higgins, left foot kick to half forward. Mark taken by Williams. What can he do with this? The short pass is not bad. Oh,
Bush,
Mitchell
free kick.
Interfered with by Cummings. And Mitchell will take the free kick for the Swans. Well, it's amazing. When the ball starts to roll for you, so does everything, including the umpiring decisions. And they've had a couple. Mitchell can give it in short. Oh, he hesitated. Now he's gone in long. But no, it drops short. And Frawley in front where the good defender should be, marks and gives the hand pass to Winmar. Winmar's kick. McAdam's got an acre. One bounce. Two bounces. The chaser. Three bounces. He's backed himself. Now he goes for the short kick, and fortuitously it lands with Dean Rice about 45 metres from goal. Don't ask me to spell it. I only know what it means. Dean Rice, 45 metres from goal.
Well, Mitchell really messed it up at the other end of the ground. He had a chance to pass to Bernard Toohey. Held onto it too long and then went for the pass which Danny Frawley marked, and here's Dean Rice now with a shot at goal.
Halfway through the second term, this could make the difference. Just 1 point. It's not a bad kick by Dean Rice. It's a goal. So Dean Rice gets his first goal. Of course, Lockett has kicked 5 of those 7 for StKIlda.
And, well, StKIlda have to start making things happen out of the middle if they're going to get win this match, because Greg Williams, Mitchell, the running players of StKIlda, Dennis Carroll playing very well as a ruck rover, and if he can get the ball cleanly and onto the boot, he usually doesn't waste it.
A point the difference, favouring Sydney, and it'll be the home side through Higgins, who storms out of the middle, getting it clear of the centre, down towards Love. Not paid. Mitchell has been busy. Long kick, shepherded through. All clear. Dale Lewis doing the shepherding in the square, and Sydney answer the challenge, 7-8 to 7-1.
Well, they're a very busy side. They've got good running players, the Sydney Swans. Jason Love, who's slotted very well into this Sydney side, doing well in the forward pocket. And Mitchell also an excellent job playing as a forward pocket rover, resting on the forward pocket at the moment, kicking his second goal.
Centre bounce once again, 50 plays 43, and infringement out of the square. Going the way of Sydney, the ball rolling their way at the moment. Tunbridge, floating punt kick to half forward. Mitchell in front, couldn't take the mark. Kitchke under pressure, gets it away to Muller. Another one to Winmar at half back. Nicky Winmar now threads his way clear and then kicks long, up towards half forward. The big fist of Bernard Toohey hammers it clear. Cracker goes through, but there's going to be a free kick going back, and it will be taken by Goulden. Goes wide towards the wing. No mark to Frawley from the back, but he's first to recover. Craven looks for the free kick and gets it.
Well, I'd reckon it probably could be his first possession, Danny Craven. He's been very, very quiet. The kick goes to Daniels.
We did start on the bench, Robbo, so he's
Right.
only been on for a short time. But
Well,
Vidovic also off the ground with that rib injury. He's been replaced by Kitschke, who's now doing the ruck work for St Kilda.
Stuart Lowe has the free kick. Maybe a little too far out for him to score. He's going to kick it long. He hooks the kick, and it didn't scrape in. It looked as though it may have been through for a behind from here, but the goal umpire, of course, in total control, and the free kick goes back there to Wayne Henwood, affectionately known here in Sydney as Moose. Nearly a good mark to Doolan. Probably had done something with it before he was really awarded it. Dennis Carroll now gets the Swans out of trouble. Desperate stuff by Burke. They need players to lift the Saints. Winmar combining with McAdam. Bad selection there because there were two Swans players. Oh, he's going to get run down, David Murphy. He's been fairly quiet too. Now the ball finishes with McKenzie. He kicks it quickly up to full forward. Oh, up over the top was Jason Love, was it? And eventually the umpire awards a free kick against that player. Much too early and interfering with David Grant. Grant plays on, goes to that far side half-back flank position. Marcus taken by Burke. He goes inward to Winmar. He really stands still and then kicks it in towards the centre. Big punch by Thrip. Doolan's underneath it, but the bounce is very, very fickle. Daniels is caught with the football, could nearly be penalised. No, they get clear. Harvey goes to McAdam. The awkward bounce. McAdam tries to get through. He's caught. Back to Harvey, and Harvey's in all sorts of trouble. St Kilda a little flustered. Swans will get it now. Williams standing still, but he gets the hand pass away to Neil Cordy, who's going to get caught. Back it goes in towards that slippery, muddy centre. Muller's going to get caught. Craven off the ground. Higgins desperate. And eventually his desperation was a little too keen. Free kick to Craven goes to Daniels,
who kicks up towards Lowe on the 50-metre line. Lock it in the square. But he's electing to go short because Dean Rice drifted into the pocket and he'll have a shot. Rice has kicked one goal. It was earlier in this quarter.
I think what you were saying earlier, Robbo, about the Sydney defenders being too much aware of Tony Lockett showed out there because
Rice on his own.
That's right. They tried to plug the gaps and left Dean Rice by himself.
So he'll be shooting from 45 metres. Drop punt. Well, it's not a good one. Off the side to the right and one line.
He really could have come a little closer to the man on the mark there, Dean Rice, and in the finish his kick had no penetration whatsoever.
Tui to bring it back into play. Tunbridge's target, couldn't take the mark, and it's still inside the 50 for St Kilda, where a bounce will take place. But a good fight back by Sydney in this quarter. They've booted 5 goals, 3, and restricted the Saints to 1-1. But it's not over yet. Coughlin through, still going. Now Rice will have another snap. Straight over the top of Tony Lockett for his second goal. (8-2) 50, and the Sydney are 7-8 50.
And Dean Rice has kicked the entire St Kilda score in this second term. 2 goals, 1 to Dean Rice for the term. A very busy player. Played last season on the back line, but since he's been moved to the forward line, he's been very productive, very dangerous around goal, can take a good mark and reads the ball well off the pack.
Lovely bounce back in the centre. McKenzie gets the tap. Finishes now with Williams. Hand pass is a little too severe there for Bayes, but he ran onto it. Can he get past? Yes, look at that. Clever stuff, Mark Bayes. And he kicks a goal for the Sydney Swans. Bayes gets his second goal. And the Swans, who I would consider to be the underdog today, are really taking it right up to the favourites. St Kilda, they lead by 6 points.
Yeah, there's no doubt they were the underdogs, but they can produce excellent football at times. Muller there just too aware of Bayes coming through, just didn't worry about the ball as much as he did the player. He could have cut that off. Not a great handball from Greg Williams. Missed the target.
And this is where it all happens in the centre. It can come out very, very quickly. Mackenzie dives on the football, tries to tap it out, goes back to Neil Cordy. His kick is a little awkward, wide to the wing. Lawson, great play. He knew Williams was there. Williams short kick. Looks for Mitchell. Kick is a little too far. Muller too strong and too big for Mitchell. Falls over. Now Pekin gives it to Frawley. Craven's caught by Williams. Play goes on. Lawson, what can he do? The little short kick, too high. Comes out the back. St Kilda have got 4 players back there, and eventually Burke combining with Kitchie goes to Grant, and Grant will clear for the Saints. Wide to the wing. McAdam can't mark, or can he? Yes, he can. Very, very skillful stuff by Gilbert McAdam, and with just great footwork, he gets past Thrip and kicks it in towards half forward. It's too short. Oh, what a good mark from behind by Lowe. The hands, big, strong, over the top there of Tunbridge. He kicks it in towards full forward. Looking there for Lockett. He's bumped off the football. Coming through now is Craven. Can he get past? Right foot snap. And it just misses. Goes through for a behind to St Kilda. So Danny Craven's first score is that behind. And Sydney lead by 5 points. It's a beautiful day here in Sydney. And the people over on the far side there out in the sunshine, well, it might be difficult to see, but gee, it's wonderful conditions to watch footy.
Thrip towards Higgins on centre wing. Higgins' kick is too wide for Bays, so a throw in on that outer side. Yes, it was almost like a summer's day here this morning, sitting out watching the reserves. High scoring game that was won by St Kilda, but they're having their problems here at the moment. Cummings gets it away towards Grant. He's under pressure. Dale Lewis flicking it out of the air. Williams looking for the free kick. Well, storming his way through was Lawson. Gives it away. Now here's an opportunity as Bays sets sail for goal once again. He's kicked another beauty.
So 3 goals to Mark Bays. Good play here by the little bloke, getting the hand pass out. That came from Lawson, and Mark Bays 2 goals in this term. 3 for the match. Sydney doing it well because they're winning the ball out of the middle, and they've also managed to take Danny Frawley away from full back.
A busy little beaver is Jamie Lawson. Saints now up towards full forward. Lockett marks, runs into an open goal after recovering, and I think he's kicked a goal. He certainly has. Tony Lockett now has 6. We won't worry about the average because he's not keeping up that 5 goals a quarter, but 6 goals before half time is a good effort from the full forward.
Yes, 22 minutes into the second quarter. Tony Lockett hit the ground, got up very quickly for a big man. He is very explosive the first few metres, actually, Tony Lockett. As we saw last week, that goal he kicked against Brisbane Bears when he charged out and kicked that goal on the turn. A good mover for a big man.
Well, that really was Bernie, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, the fellow, he must be about 17 stone. 6'4".
So yeah, about just a bit under 6'4".
In the old language.
A bit under 6'4".
9-8 to 9-3. Getting the knockout, Kitchke. Taking it away was Mitchell. Up towards half forward. Attempted punch behind was from Bays. Now Cummings. Short kick. A little too high there for Harvey. Williams goes to Mitchell. Unselfishly shares it with Kelly. Kelly goes for goal. Close. Just over the top there of Jason Love and David Grant, and through for a behind to the Swans.
What's happened, Robbo, since Warwick Kappa went off the ground? They've brought Lewis on, and he's moving around more across the half-forward line, which has taken Danny Frawley away from the goal front. So that's not a bad move by Cole Kinnear, because they've got Jason Love playing at full forward.
No one on the mark for Murphy, so he sets sail for home with a high, long kick. Grant and Love both go to ground. Grant is the first to recover. He'll have to go back and take that kick over the mark. Sydney fans weren't happy with the result. Low. Can't complete the mark. Murphy's there at the bottom. So too is Burke. It's the latter who takes it. Round his body he goes towards McAdam. Winmar. The runners now. Harvey can't get completely clear. Coghlan gets a shocking bounce. In fact, they all do. Rice almost throws it out. He does, said the umpire.
They've been consistent with that today, Sandy.
Yep.
A couple of times when the ball's gone in the air, they've indicated that it is a throw.
Williams and Carroll, the old firm, back in business. Down towards the 50-metre line. Muller can't quite take it on the half volley. Rides a couple of bumps, then flicks it wide to accommodate Danny Craven. Craven has a bounce across centre wing. Then he runs his full distance before taking his kick, which is not a good one. It drops short, and the Sydney defence tightening up a little. Carroll in towards Kelly. Mitchell stops to a walk, then has a look up forward. Oh, and a fine diving mark taken by Grant.
Tremendous player for St Kilda in defence is David Grant. Very strong overhead. A fearless competitor when the ball's in the air.
He's got Burke out wide. Nathan Burke runs through half back. Goes over the centre. Target being low. He only needs the one hand on this occasion.
Yeah, that's a tremendous mark. Took the most marks in the competition last season. Hasn't started off the same this season, but still tremendous overhead.
Now, where's Lockett? Got a fist to it, but that was all. Williams at the bottom of the pack will clear for Sydney. Goes towards the centre. St Kilda have the numbers. Ralph Smith. Handball across the top to Craven. A hurried tumble punt in towards half forward. Jimmy Cracker a touch, but that was all. Kelly applying the pressure. Ralph Smith at the bottom. And we will find ourselves with a bounce some 20 metres out from the St Kilda goal.
Could you teach us all how to kick a tumble punt? Is that in the textbook?
That cheering is for Kevin coming back on. It's the opposite to a drop punt.
I think it's a drop punt that goes wrong, isn't it, Sandy? You don't really try to kick them.
One that's gone off the rails. Higgins towards centre wing. Frawley couldn't take it cleanly. Bays wants someone going past, but he only found Pekin. They're handling it like a hot potato at the moment. Some holding on going on there, said umpire Brian Shear. The ball's going to go back. It'll be taken by Harvey. Looking for Lowe. Out he comes. One hand again. Oh, and he almost held a remarkable one. Lawson was busy getting the handball, but it could prove very costly. Cracker flicks over his shoulder. It's going to be close. Look at the line.
Well, a costly hand pass there by the young bloke. Oh, you're not, what are you signalling? A push out, Robbo?
Well,
you think
him
it was
appealing, and I just thought, how did he get rid of him?
Well, he's such a strong man. He just needs to hold his ground. And Henwood was caught in front. But that was a very costly hand pass by the young bloke, Jamie Lawson, hand passing to the player standing still. And totally unexpected too by that player.
So this for number 7. We've still got just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Lockett shoots, and Lockett kicks his 7th goal. Extraordinary performance here at the SCG. The Saints level the scores 10-3 to 9-9.
7 of those goals to Tony Lockett, 7 goals won. A very accurate kick for goal as well. And let's have a look at this lead up again. And Lawson, the player with the ball, runs into trouble, gives it away to the player standing still, who had no chance whatsoever. As we see this kick into the forward line, there was a bit of a push out there too, Robbo. You could be right, a big push in the back actually.
Oh, it was blatant. Gee, I wish we could have another look at that mark that Tony Lockett took.
Yes,
I wonder Wayne Henwood was going, Crook Bernie.
Yes, there could have been a shove out, Robbo. You might be right there.
Scores are level here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, 63 points apiece, 3 minutes before half time. And doing the ruck work now for St Kilda, Damien Kitchke, and he's had some influence around that centre bounce since taking Lazar Vidovic's place about halfway through this second quarter. The Swans, they were 2-5 at quarter time, so they've kicked 7-4, and the Saints have kicked 4 goals too in this quarter. There's Kitchke trying to get it clear to Harvey, chopped off by Doolan. Kick towards half forward. Bays tries to dispossess Cummings. He gets it out, Cummings, to Nathan Burke, and Burke's kick towards half forward. No mark taken. At the back is Thrip. Hand pass goes over the top there to Tui. In turn to Kelly, and Kelly's kick up towards half forward. coming in and getting the ball there was Muller. He goes back to Cummings. Handball over the top goes to Winmar. Winmar's in the centre of the ground. He kicks it long towards centre half forward. Oh, what a mark! A magnificent grab by Dean Rice at centre half forward. And I'm sure all footy fans would applaud that because that's what it's all about. No, it's a free kick.
A free kick.
Well,
must have been a shepherding free kick or interference to Neil Cordy. I didn't see it.
Fancy getting excited about that. An anti-climax if ever you've seen one. Kick by Tui goes wide and the mark is taken by Daniels.
Jason Daniels on centre wing. Low again. Still a long way from home. Kicks towards the 50-metre line. Rice this time caught well behind and the mark taken by McKenzie. So the former Blue kicks in towards the middle. Oh, pace!
Oh, what a mark.
That's a sensational grab.
Did he get the ride there, Sandy? The perfect ride there to take a screamer.
And he gives it quickly on to Lewis. Capper's back on the ground and he's taken the mark.
Too far out.
Oh, gee, do you think so, Robbo, from there? He'll be kicking from about 45 metres out. I remember he kicked one against Carlton from about 40 metres, 45 metres.
If it gets there, it'll be a centimetre perfect kick.
You've nominated it, Robbo. Let's see what happens. He'll be kicking from just inside 50, about 48 metres. Right on the siren, he has not made the distance. No addition to the score. 3 votes, I. Robertson. It's half-time here at the SCG in a thriller. St Kilda are 10-3, 63. Sydney are also 63, but they've booted 9 goals, 9, and that man in picture has kicked 7 goals, 1 to be precise, Bernie.
7-1, Sandy, yes, and really the Sydney Swans deserve to be further in front. They've had 18 shots at goal to 13, completely dominated that quarter. Greg Williams got on top in the centre.